There we go. All right, got the countdown ready. It's probably going to show the wrong team, but the hell with it. Okay. All right. The warm-ups have been complete. The rosters are ready. All right. Let's do it. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the final game of the college basketball season. As I live out a promise to cover women's basketball, and I'm going to do so right here and continue the tradition and use this as a springboard going into next year. And what better way to go into next year than to have the national championship in women's basketball as the undefeated South Carolina Gamecocks take on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Good afternoon, everybody. Brian Snow here with you as we get ready to get things started here in a few moments as the Iowa Hawkeyes and the South Carolina Gamecocks will battle indeed for the women's national championship. Will it finally be the top? Will it finally be the peak for Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes? Or will Dawn Staley, Kamila Cardoso, and the South Carolina Gamecocks claim their second within 3 years? They're just getting ready to get started from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, a.k.a. Quicken Loans Arena, a.k.a. Gund Arena, as it was originally named, in Cleveland. And I'm in the process, don't mind me, I'm in the process of sharing this with as many people as I can because I want to have as many people not only watching this game but contributing to our cause as I continue to do my best to help my family. Even though I am disabled right now, it's not going to stop me from doing what I love to do. We're awaiting the start of the ball game here this afternoon. South Carolina will be the home team, I think, because of the way everything was listed. I apologize for that little sound. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of a couple of other things. Let's get rid of that. And I'm cleaning everything up here. You know what? When I started doing women's basketball, in particular Iowa, my channel, and thanks to those of you who have sent the word out to everybody, has had some record numbers. They're getting ready to get started as Caitlin Clark, the all-time leading scorer and one of the greatest in women's basketball history, take on All-American Kamila Cardoso and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Lisa Bluter in her second straight title game. Dawn Staley participating in her second in the last 3 years. She's a two-time national champion. And when you know it, this is the second revenge game in this NCAA tournament, I beg your pardon. The first one was Monday night when LSU took on the Iowa Hawkeyes. And remember, LSU won the national championship last year, 102-85 over Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes, even though Caitlin Clark dropped 33 in that game winner, or in that championship game. This year, Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes got even as Clark dropped 41 against LSU and then backed it up with 21 against the Connecticut Huskies. And wouldn't you know it, Iowa's back here in the national championship game. Meanwhile, for Dawn Staley, they're looking for a little bit of revenge. As last year, it was these Iowa Hawkeyes that eliminated the South Carolina Gamecocks in Dallas last year in the national semifinal game. I nearly said national championship. And Caitlin Clark put on a show in that game with 39 points. Now Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes are trying to finish the job. Meanwhile, Dawn Staley and South Carolina seek to do what only Baylor has done under Kim Mulkey. That's an undefeated national championship. The magic number is 38 for South Carolina. The magic number is 35 for Iowa. We got plenty of people in here now. Mr. Donnie Mack said, happy Sunday fun day. Thank you very much. Victor Locke says, ready to get started. The Kingpin is always ready. RC on Aces, Hawkeyes, and Caitlin. Hawkeyes for life says RC. It might be the final game of the year, but the women's Hawkeyes coverage never stops. Might even cover the men's Hawkeyes a bit. Well, I'm going to do a lot more women's sports next year as the shoot-around continues and they get ready for a national championship. We're going to pause for a break, and when we come back, we will have the starting lineups and get you started. We'll get this party started as they are live in Cleveland for the national championship. Back in 2 minutes for the start of this championship game. This is the 2024 Women's NCAA Women's National Championship. After this.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned. Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
I want to touch on something while we have the opportunities. They're doing the national anthem at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland. There was a lot of controversy this past Friday when Iowa took on Connecticut, and it was the final play, one of the final plays of the game, when an offensive foul was called against Aaliyah Wilson of Connecticut. And a lot of people, I may have gotten the name wrong, please forgive me, And a lot of people say that wasn't an offensive foul. Well, I had a chance to take a look at it, not only from a player's eyes, a broadcaster's eyes, but a referee's eyes. And I know a lot of referees, and they agree with me. That was indeed the correct call of an offensive foul. It may have looked like a flop, but when you really step back and take a look at it in real time, that was an offensive foul. That was absolutely the correct call. South Carolina is the 11th undefeated team to reach the national championship, and they're now getting ready for the introductions. I want to know what y'all think. That last foul on Friday against Connecticut, was that not the correct call? I say that it was. Remember last year, Iowa defeated South Carolina 77-73. That occurred in Dallas, and Caitlin Clark was all of that, putting up 39 points in the effort. One thing you got to remember about this game, Iowa has played shorthanded since the Big Ten, since their regular season closer, I beg your pardon, against Ohio State. Why? They are minus Molly Davis. Molly Davis injured her knee in the final home game of the year against the season closer against Ohio State, and they have won every game since then without Molly Davis. They rolled through the Big Ten tournament, even though Nebraska took them to overtime, and they have flown through this tournament, including a 2-point win against Connecticut this past Friday. Of course, Iowa's offense goes to and through Caitlin Clark, but the next factor you got to look at is the super sophomore Hannah Stuelke. How will Stuelke compete against Kamila Cardoso? Let's go to the public address and pick up the starting lineups. Sydney Falter attended Marist High School in Chicago. Kate Martin has come up huge in this Hawkeye run. And you know who's next. Let's see how South Carolina stacks up against this Hawkeye lineup. Sydney Falter, of course, the former Marist Red Hawk in her junior year. Caitlin Clark playing her last game at the University of Iowa. And more than likely next year, they're going to next year, depending on the super sophomore Hannah Stuelke and others to guide them through another winning season. Lisa Bluter in her 24th year coaching the Iowa Hawkeyes. As we wait patiently for the starting lineup for South Carolina, they will be the home team this afternoon. Let's go back to the public address. That's the voice of Ryan Rucco. Chloe Kitts, the sophomore out of Florida. The Brazilian Blur gets the start in the pivot. RJ, the super sophomore out of South Carolina, the start. Ohio's own Bree Hall getting the start. Kahina Pow completes the Gamecocks quintet, led by Dawn Staley, a two-time national champion. A Pizzle 90 dropped in. What's up, A Pizzle? Of course, y'all can donate to the cause at any time. We hope that you do. Let's set a record for number of views for this game. We had about we've averaged about, I'd say about 2,500 for each women's game that we've done. Dawn Staley seeking her third national championship. She won it in 2017, won it 2 years ago, lost last year in the semifinals against Iowa. And it's an ultimate revenge game for the South Carolina Gamecocks as they look to do what only Baylor has done, and that's roll through the season and playoffs undefeated. Iowa goes black tops, black bottoms. They'll have the gold numbers and lettering. They will be the visiting team on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, the South Carolina Gamecocks go white tops, white bottoms with the maroon numbers and lettering trimmed in black. And one thing I'm going to talk about tomorrow on the morning show is why couldn't they move this Final Four with so much intrigue and so much star power to like a big stadium? You couldn't tell me they couldn't move this to Indianapolis. We're going to talk more about that tomorrow. Here we go. Time for the national championship from Cleveland, Ohio. As the Hawkeyes are on the floor, Marshall, Clark, a falter standing in for Molly Davis, Stokey, and Martin. Iowa loves to run the ball as they averaged 92 points per game coming into this afternoon. Kamila Cardoso has led the team in scoring twice of their 5 wins. Iowa in the first half will travel right to left, South Carolina left to right. We're ready to go. Kamila Cardoso will take the center jump against Hannah Stokey. Size advantage to South Carolina, and Chloe Kitts has it for South Carolina, and away we go. Raven Johnson has it over to Pow on the right side. Raven Johnson has it in the right corner, guarded by Sydney Falter, looking low, can't find anybody. They're giving it to Chloe Kitts. Kitts, turnaround shot in the lane is short. Rebound snatched down by Kate Martin. Ahead to Caitlin Clark. Right to left come the Hawkeyes. They flip it ahead to Stokey. Kick out Martin's three. Bullseye! And the Hawkeyes strike first. They lead 3-0. Kate Martin averaging 13 points per game in this tournament. Cardoso has it out front. Raven Johnson has it off to the right. Johnson on the drive into the lane. 15-footer short. Ball tipped high in the air. Comes down to Caitlin Clark, and back come the Hawkeyes right to left. Caitlin Clark on the fly into the front court. Clark dribbles by everybody. Bounce pass to Hannah Stokey. Missed the layup. Chloe Kitts claims the rebound. Back comes South Carolina on the push, left to right. Raven Johnson on the move in the front court. Out front, Chloe Kitts. Kitts gives it to Pow, the native out of California. The 15-footer is a brick, and the rebound comes down to Marshall. Back comes Iowa with a 3-0 lead. South Carolina 0 for 3 from the field. Iowa 1 for 3. A Falter has it in the left corner. A Falter comes out on the dribble. Now works her way left of the lane. Now comes back out to Martin. Martin, fadeaway shot left baseline. Rimming good, and it's 5-0 in favor of the Hawkeyes. So the Hawkeyes strike first with the first 5 of the game. Martin 2 for 2 from the field. 8:30 left in the first quarter. Raven Johnson has it, this time off to the right, off the Pow screen. They give it to Cardoso. Swings her way in the lane with a right-hand hook. Missed it. Ball tipped high in the air. Ball on the floor. It comes down to a Falter. Back come the Hawkeyes on the push. A Falter on the fly. Driving all the way in and lays it in. 7-0 Hawkeyes. In the first quarter. Let's see if there's a quick timeout. Nope. They're going to play it. Pow has it in the front court. Raven Johnson off to the right. Out front, Cardoso. Cardoso holds and looks. Back to Raven Johnson off to the right, directing traffic. 16 on the shot clock. 7:50 remaining in the first quarter. Raven Johnson on the move to the right. Now they dump low to Cardoso. They surround her. Fadeaway shot in the lane. Miss. And Stokey the rebound. Back comes Iowa up by 7. Caitlin Clark has it in the front court. Caitlin Clark stutter step dribble. Drives in on Bree Hall. 15-footer. Missed it wildly. Rebound tapped out of bounds. Stays with Iowa with 7:37 left in the first quarter. And it's all Hawkeyes so far. And this has been the pattern for Iowa. Clark hasn't been able to get it going early, but she comes on late, but she gets everybody else involved. A falter on the drive right of the lane, all the way to the right baseline, cut off. Holding and looking, jump pass back out to Stolke, back to Clark for three, splash! And it's 10-0 in favor of the Hawkeyes with 7:20 remaining in the first. Clark averaging 30 points coming into this championship game. Here comes Bree Hall on the drive right of the lane. Flips the shot up, no good. Cardoso the follow. That banks in, and that ends the run. 10-2 our score, and 7:09 left in the first. Caitlin Clark, a step back three. Not that time, but a foul, and Clark gets 3 free throws. Oh, boy, the last person you want to put at the foul line is Caitlin Clark. And Clark was shadowed by Bree Hall, able to find her way through. The South Carolina bench wanted an offensive foul, didn't get it, and she cleared out and had room and splashed home the jumper. The free throw is good, 11-2 in favor of the Hawkeyes. 7:04 left in the first. The second attempt on the way, good. Clark is the first player to lead Division I in scoring and make the championship game. How do y'all like this new setup? Did you like this one better than the old one? The third one, got it. Clark hits all three. She's got 6 points in the game, and Iowa up 13-2, but we are early in the first. Out front, Chloe Kitts. Kitts on the move to the left. Now finds Raven Johnson. Johnson with a right-hand pass out to Pow for three. Splash! And South Carolina gets their second field goal. First from distance, 13-5. Back comes Caitlin Clark. Spins into the lane, drives in on Bree Hall, and shoots it in off the glass. Caitlin Clark has 8. The lead is 10, 15-5, and 6:35 left in the first. Out front, Cardoso. On the right side is Bree Hall. Off the Cardoso screen to the free throw line. Holding and looking, finds Kitts. Dump pass underneath to Cardoso. Reverse layup, good. She's got 4, and it's 15-7. Back come the Hawkeyes on the push. This is what they want to do, and Clark with a deep three. Splash! 18-7 Hawkeyes. And 6:12 remaining in the first quarter. Caitlin Clark has scored the last 11 for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Raven Johnson on the dribble off to the right. Out front, Bree Hall, guarded by Caitlin Clark. On the right side is Pow, guarded by Marshall. Off the screen, Pow with a 15-footer. Rimming, no. Cardoso's follow, nope. Ball back tap to Kitts. She goes up, scores, 18-9. 3 shots at the basket for South Carolina. 26 offensive rebounds last year, and 24 second chance points. Here's Caitlin Clark dancing on the dribble against Chloe Kitts. Kitts poked it away, gives it back to Clark. Clark with a deep 3 from the right. She's fouled again. I'll say it again. The last person you want to foul is Caitlin Clark. And Iowa is off to a hot start as Chloe Kitts commits the foul. Dawn Staley not happy. 18-9 in favor of the Iowa Hawkeyes. And I got little pets surrounding me here as my little dog Lucy and one of my cats, Winnie, standing by the door. First free throw, good. Iowa 19, South Carolina 9, 5:34 remaining in the first quarter. And how about this start by the Iowa Hawkeyes? The second free throw, got it. 13 points for Caitlin Clark. She has scored the last 13. The third attempt on the way. Rimming, and it fell off. And the rebound, Cardoso. Ahead, Raven Johnson. Johnson on the fly, front court to the left. Johnson out front, Cardoso. Cardoso on the right side is Bree Hall. Hall works off the screen, gets Caitlin Clark out of the way. Hall looks, finds Kitts. Kitts left of the lane. 18-footer, rimming no. Rebound, Caitlin Clark. Back come the Hawkeyes on the push. Clark accelerates in the front court, dancing on the dribble outside left, guarded by Raven Johnson in a switch. Now Bree Hall on the double team. Underneath Kate Martin, missed the layup. Ball on the floor, still on the floor. Loose ball foul against Iowa. And that foul will be charged to O'Grady. That's her first. And the first team foul against Iowa. Here's the fabulous freshman Ashlyn Watkins in the ball game for South Carolina, 6'3", out of Columbia, South Carolina. The sophomore, I called her freshman. She's a sophomore. I apologize for that. South Carolina second in Division I with 33.8 points per game off the bench. They're going to try to get some help here, down 20-9 and 4:55 left in the first. Here comes Watkins on the drive to the baseline. Pitch out, pow in the right corner. Outside left, outside right, a three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound taken down by Watkins. Pitch out, Raven Johnson for three. That's no good, but we get a foul. That'll be the second foul against Iowa. That'll send us to a break. Iowa out of the gate, playing great. They lead 20-9 as we go to a break, and we'll be back in a moment.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything. Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
4:45 left in the first, and Iowa is off to the races early. They lead 20-9, and Caitlin Clark 13 points in that first quarter. We saw Tessa Johnson, the 6-foot freshman out of Albertville, Minnesota, check into the ball game. Man, we got a lot of people watching. 50 on YouTube, 41 on Twitter. Make sure if you're watching on YouTube that you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and also a donation would really help not only me but my family as well. Because I really want to help my family as best I can, and I got the green light from my wife and my children to do it this way. And he said it's what you do best, and it also helps while you heal, as I am still healing from pancreatic cancer, as well as blood clots in both my lungs, and most recently, an amputated right big toe. Let's get back to work. 20-9 in favor of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Caitlin Clark has hit 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, and also splashed home a 30-foot three-point goal as the Hawkeyes are out of the gate playing great. Third in career points, tops in assists, and three-point field goals made. Those are just her tournament career ranks. Those are just Caitlin Clark's tournament career ranks. I gave an answer to a trivia question earlier in the pregame show. I'll reveal the question, see if y'all remember the answer. Each team has 2 team fouls. Shamika Holdsclaw is first with 479 career points in the tournament. Maya Moore with 476. Caitlin Clark 475. A lot pass and play to Malaysia Fulwiley, who's on the floor for the first time. She has it back right of the key. Fulwiley on the drive into the lane. Dump pass underneath, and the layup is good by Sanaya Fagan. Sanaya Fagan with her first bucket. Iowa 20, South Carolina 11. Caitlin Clark has it out front against Johnson. Clark lean in 15-footer, rimming no. Rebound comes down to Watkins. Ahead, Raven Johnson. Outlet pass to Full Wiley. Full Wiley backs her way in, looks for help, comes back outside to Watkins. Raven Johnson has it. 20 on the shot clock, 4:08 left in the first. Here's Full Wiley to the free throw line, spins in the lane and fires. Rimming, no! Ball on the floor. It comes down to Fagan. Fagan had the ball chopped away. Dump pass underneath to Watkins. She shoots it in. South Carolina on a roll. They've scored 4 in a row, and the lead is 7. 20-13 and 3:50 for the first. Here comes Marshall on the drive. Pitch out corner. Martin's baseline jump. Nope. Foul called. Martin shoots 2. That foul is charged to Ashlyn Watkins. That'll be her first and the third team foul. And Kate Martin to the free throw line. One thing, and I want to give a shout to my buddy, as Martin's free throw is good. 21-13. Iowa leads by 8. They've led by as many as 11. The second attempt is good. 9-point lead. 22-13. Cardoso back in. And we'll set your lineups for you. Kamila Cardoso, the 6'7" senior back in the ball game, joins Full Wiley along with Raven Johnson, Sanaya Fagan, and Ashlyn Watkins. Right to the hole comes Sanaya Fagan. She shoots it in, and the lead is down to 7, 22-15. A falter with a fake. Back out to Martin. Martin on the drive to the baseline for Stolke, who's yet to score. Pitch back out to Martin. Over the top pass into Stolke, spins out to Martin, 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound snatched down by Raven Johnson. Chance to make it a 5-point game. They run ahead to Full Wiley. Over the top pass underneath Cardoso, pitch back out to Johnson. They'll reset. 3 minutes for the first. Iowa by 7, 22-15. Raven Johnson dancing on the dribble off to the right. Guarded by Caitlin Clark. Out front it comes to Tessa Johnson with a 15-footer, in and out. And a loose ball foul against Stolke. And that's Iowa's third team foul. So Raven Johnson will pull the trigger. Baseline right. A whipped underneath to Cardoso. Had a shot blocked by Stolke out of bounds. And it belongs to Iowa on the alternating possession. This time Stolke was ready. And Caitlin Clark has it at the controls for Iowa off to the right. Looking for a screen, doesn't use it. Clark to the baseline, spins in the lane, bounce pass back outside, and stolen. Here comes Tessa Johnson on the push. Johnson stops, 3-point stripe in the left corner, back out to Raven Johnson. 2:20 for the first, 7-point lead for Iowa, 22-15. Full Wiley to Cardoso at the top of the circle. Now finds Full Wiley for 3, splash! It's a 4-point game, and South Carolina's on the way back. Remember, South Carolina trailed by 11. They're on a 9-2 run in the last 2.5 minutes. You can't keep a good team like this down. Feuerbach had the ball stripped, gets it back left of the lane, had it stripped again, ball off the foot, and they rescue it, and it comes back out to Martin. Martin directing traffic, and they're staying with Caitlin Clark. Here's Martin, finds Marshall. Marshall on the drive to the free throw line, back out to Feuerbach. Feuerbach on the drive, goes up, had it blocked and cleared, and South Carolina on the run. Full Wiley, a one-handed pass to Johnson, had it stripped, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with South Carolina. So here come the Gamecocks after trailing this game by as many as 11. Full Wiley splashed home a 3 to cut the lead down to 4. And baseline right, Raven Johnson will come back in. And now Addison O'Grady will come in. Full Wiley departs for South Carolina. This is going to be a good one all the way down to the finish. Iowa 34-4. Coming into today, of course, you know South Carolina undefeated at 37-0. Bree Hall is back in. It's a 4-point lead, 22-18. Raven Johnson is out. Johnson's 15-footer is good. Tessa Johnson makes it a 2-point game, 22-20, and 1:24 left in the first. It's an 11-2 South Carolina run. Caitlin Clark on the drive, steps back, now starts again, right down the lane and shoots it in. She's got 15. 24-20. Caitlin Clark with 15 and a steal by Marshall. Marshall got fouled twice, no call. Pitch back out to Feuerbach. Feuerbach with a fake. Dump pass underneath to O'Grady. Back to Feuerbach into the lane. Get rid of it. She does. A Clark 3. Not that time. Oh, had a chance to take advantage of a turnover. Couldn't do it. Now South Carolina has it. 40 seconds left. Pow has it. Out front, Tessa Johnson. Johnson finds Bree Hall on the right wing. Bree Hall looking for help. Can't find anybody. Hall had it stripped. Steal by a falter. Ahead to Caitlin Clark. 5-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Iowa won for their last 6. Here's Martin. A 3 out of the left corner. No good, but a foul called before the shot. Iowa started this game 5 out of 8, but they are 1 for their last 6. But a foul called there on Bree Hall. And you got to love South Carolina's defense. They are in the face of Caitlin Clark, not wanting her to get any shots. But unfortunately for Bree Hall, she now has 2 fouls. They lob it in play to Martin. Bounce past Caitlin Clark. To the right corner, Marshall. Back to Clark on the right wing. A 3. Splash! 18 points for Caitlin Clark. And the lead is 7. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Clark is 3 out of 4 from distance, and the Iowa fans come to life as part of the 20,562 at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Out front, Tessa Johnson trying to answer. Does not. Rebound, O'Grady. O'Grady flips it to Clark, and that's the end of the first quarter. What a quarter for the Iowa Hawkeyes. They needed to start fast, and they have gone faster. Your score at the end of 1. Iowa 27, South Carolina 20. This is the 2024 NCAA Women's National Championship, and you're hearing it live on Snowman Multimedia and Snowman Multimedia Radio.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Do me a favor, y'all, and send some prayers out to the big dog, Shane Lake. He's going through a lot right now, and it's very, very personal. I won't divulge any details here, but do me a favor, just send some prayers and some good vibes out to him, as I know the super producer will be back with me very, very soon. You may not see him for a few days, but Shane, this is for you. We love you. You take care of your family first, brother. All right? That's a lesson you taught me, and now I'm teaching it back to you. We love you, Shane. 27 for Iowa, 20 for South Carolina as we have come to the end of the first quarter, and it's the hot shooting of the Iowa Hawkeyes, even though they finished the first quarter 1 for 6. As it's 27-20 in favor of the Iowa Hawkeyes. They led 20-9, but then got outscored 11-7 to have them cut into that lead. Lisa Bluter seeking her first national championship. Dawn Staley is seeking her third. And again, what a start for the Iowa Hawkeyes, who are the visiting team on the scoreboard this afternoon. But you have to play 4 quarters, and if there's one thing about South Carolina, they have the length and they have the depth to keep up with Iowa. But it's been Iowa's speed that has gotten them out to a lead. And like I said, don't mind me. I'm just sending this out to as many people as I can. (27-20). The Iowa Hawkeyes have the lead. 18 of those 27 points belong to Caitlin Clark as she looks to establish a championship record. Remember, she had 39 against South Carolina last year. And Caitlin Clark, 3 out of 5 in distance. And now she has passed Shamiqua Holdsclaw for the most career points in NCAA tournament history with 480. That's over a career. A falter to bring it in at the timeline as I will have the ball moving right to left. And a falter brings it in play to Martin. Clark has it out front, guarded by Raven Johnson with a hand in her face. Here comes Clark, works off the screen, a lob, and he missed it. And the rebound, Raven Johnson. Back comes South Carolina on a push. Johnson in the front court, stutter step dribble out to Tessa Johnson. Now underneath the Cardoso, pitch back out to Sanaya Fagan. 15-footer missed. Rebound on Caitlin Clark. Had the ball poked away. South Carolina comes up with a steal. Ball's on the floor. It's a held ball to belong to the Gamecocks. 31 people watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. 38, I believe, on the Twitter account. 39 now. So if y'all would do a favor, come over to the YouTube page because we're really trying to build this channel up. Join us in the chat at any time. Tahina Pow back in the ball game. Raven Johnson has it dancing on the dribble off to the right. Sanaya Fagan has it to Cardoso, right baseline. On the right side is Pow. Loses Marshall. Crossover dribble, finds Tessa Johnson. Gets free, right baseline jumper. Good. Tessa Johnson with 5. And the lead is 5, 27-22. 9:05 left in the first half. A falter has it in the front court to Caitlin Clark at the free throw line. Spins in the lane, dumps a pass to Martin. Underneath. It was intended for O'Grady, but she couldn't handle it. Now the Gamecocks are on the push. Ahead to Tessa Johnson. She shoots it in. It's a 3-point game. This is the closest that South Carolina has been in a while. Johnson has 6 in the ball game. I incorrectly said 5. And it's 27-24. Now the South Carolina fans are getting into it. Caitlin Clark on the move. Dump pass to O'Grady. Blocked by Cardoso. What a play. Tessa Johnson has it. Now a hoop makes it a 1-point game. Out to Raven Johnson out front between the circles. Guarded loosely by Caitlin Clark. Johnson over the top into Cardoso. Cardoso back to Johnson. Back to Cardoso. Cardoso spins on Grady and shoots it in. Plus the foul and a chance to tie the game. Now South Carolina's catering to their strength, which is their inside game. And Cardoso is off to the races. A good recovery by Cardoso on the block shot of Addison O'Grady. Then she bowled her way in, all 6'7" of her, and was able to get to the basket, got the foul, and now a chance to tie the game with 8:21 left. She's got 6 points and 6 rebounds. That's her second block of the ball game. Free throw good. We're tied at 27. 7-0 run by South Carolina to open the second quarter. Iowa's been held scoreless so far. A falter in the front court to Caitlin Clark. First tie of the game at 27. Iowa ran off 7 in a row to start the game. Here she comes. Caitlin Clark to the hole. Had it blocked. Pitch out. A falter for three. Splash in the left corner. And Iowa quickly regains the lead, 30-27. A falter with 5. 2 for 2 from the field. Raven Johnson has it in the front court. Over the top end to Cardoso. Bulls in on O'Grady and shoots it up no good. Drew the foul. So we can see the plan of what South Carolina wants to do here in the second quarter. Clark had her layup attempt blocked, but was able to gather it back in and get it to a falter who banged home a three from the left corner. Cardoso's free throw, no good. Cardoso, 7 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks. It's Purdue and UConn for the men's national title from Phoenix, Arizona tomorrow. We'll be next with you on Tuesday. The second attempt on the way is no good. Rebound, Fagan, she shoots it in. Or is that Bree Hall? That's Bree Hall who scored. 7 offensive rebounds for South Carolina, only 1 for Iowa. And it's 30-29 and 7:40 remaining in the second quarter. And we get a foul underneath as Malaysia Fulwiley, who's back on the floor, ran into Marshall. So it's Fulwiley, Fagan, Johnson, Cardoso. And we'll complete the quintet for you we'll complete the South Carolina quintet for you in a moment. For Iowa, it's Marshall, Stuelke, Martin, a falter, and Clark. They have it in play as Marshall attacks baseline, dumps a pass underneath to Stuelke, out to a falter back underneath to Stuelke. She shoots it in. Great pass. 32-29. Iowa leads by 3. Hannah Stuelke with her first bucket of the ball game. 2 fouls against Iowa, 1 against South Carolina. Here comes Tessa Johnson on the drive to the right baseline. Out to Fulwiley. A 3 to tie. Nope. Long rebound. Chased down by Fulwiley. Back up. No. Rebound Cardoso. Back up. Good. 10 offensive rebounds for South Carolina. And the lead is 1. 32-31. 3 minutes gone in the second quarter as a falter trots it up. Now South Carolina has turned up the pressure defensively. Here's a falter on the drive. A pitch out to Marshall. Marshall back to a falter in the right corner. Caitlin Clark has it. Steps back against Raven Johnson. Unable to get a shot. Clark works off the falter screen to the free throw line, and we get a foul on Raven Johnson. Iowa 32, South Carolina 31. Dawn Staley not happy with that last foul. But she did foul Caitlin Clark. Now they dump it to Stuelke. Shoots it in. Hannah Stuelke with the last 4 for the Hawkeyes. And they maintain a 3-point lead. 6.5 for the half. 34 for Iowa. 31 for South Carolina. Raven Johnson has it this time. On the move off to the left. Over the top pass into Cardoso, guarded by Stuelke. Now to the left corner, a 3 on the way is short. Rebound, Caitlin Clark. Now that bullet pass ahead to a falter. A falter on the outlet, all the way to the hole. Missed the layup. Rebound, Fulwiley. Fulwiley right back for the South Carolina Gamecocks, and she goes all the way in. Had her shot blocked, and it stays with South Carolina with 6:04 remaining in the first half. And Stuelke got a piece of that one. We've had 1 tie in the game so far. And that came at 27. In play to Cardoso. Tessa Johnson off to the right. 3 in the tie. Splash. We're tied at 34. Tessa Johnson with 9 off the bench. And that's been the strength of South Carolina all year. Marshall has it this time to Stuelke on the right baseline. Stuelke holds and looks. Finds Caitlin Clark in the left corner. They chase her. In a double team, Tessa Johnson now works with her one-on-one. Clark spins on the dribble. Here's Clark on the move, and a foul called. And Dawn Staley has to retreat back to her seat. 5:39 remains in the half. Tessa Johnson has hit her second 3-point field goal. And now Caitlin Clark shoots for 3, missed it. Rebound comes down to Fulwiley on the attack. Fulwiley on the drive all the way in. Shoots it in. Nope. Offensive foul. Wipe it out. So the offensive foul is charged to Fulwiley, who is bent on getting to the basket. We're tied at 34 and 5:28 remains in the second quarter. Martin finds Marshall. Marshall holds and looks on the right wing. A Falter has it out front. A Falter finds Marshall. That Martin's three. Nope. Tipped out of bounds. Which way? Belongs to South Carolina. Remember, North Carolina State stayed with the Gamecocks for the entirety of the first half, but then that third quarter happened. They were able to pull away. 22 rebounds for South Carolina, only 12 for Iowa. Johnson has it out front. Out front is, they dump it under Cardoso. Layup is good, and South Carolina has their first lead. 36-34. They've come back from 11 down. Out front is Martin. Martin holds and looks on the cut, a Falter. Her shot's blocked by Cardoso, cleared by Johnson. Carolina on the push. Fulwiley wraparound dribble, missed the layup. Cardoso, the offensive rebound, couldn't hold it. Now it comes down to Martin. Ahead to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark on the move in the front court. Clark on the drive into the lane, goes up with a scoop, missed it. Rebound pitch back out to a Falter. Now finds Marshall. Marshall has it on the left wing into Stokey. Stokey holds and looks, had the ball knocked away, able to get it back. 11 on the shot clock. A Falter has it on the left wing. A Falter works off the Stokey screen. Back to Stokey, goes up, scores. Tie game at 36, and the foul call. Stokey with 6 points, all of them lately, and now a chance to give Iowa the lead. Byron Reeder with us says this guy needs to be on the radio calling the game. Well, I appreciate it, Byron. Thank you very kindly for that. And I believe we are going to a break. Iowa led this game by 11. South Carolina took their first lead, but now it's the Iowa Hawkeyes seeking to regain the lead. This is the 2024 Women's National Championship, and you're hearing it live on Snowman Multimedia and WJKS.
Hey everybody, Snowman here. Looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code Snowman, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code Snowman for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Brian Snow back here with you. We have a tie game at 36. It's our third tie of the ball game, but when we come back from break, Hannah Stokey with a chance to break the tie and give Iowa the lead back. Iowa led this game by as many as 11. Oh, messed that up. I'm still sending the stream out to people, so don't mind me. Just doing my best to get some more folks into the stream. You got to hand it to South Carolina. They're not undefeated for anything. 20 points off the bench for South Carolina. They led the nation in bench points. They led the nation in bench points, and that's what's gotten them back into the ball game. They definitely have the deeper squad. Hannah Sulky will head to the free throw line to try to break the tie. As we mentioned at the top of the program, South Carolina is second in D1 with 33.8 bench points per game. Stokey's free throw, got it. Iowa regains the lead, 37-36 and 4:11 remaining in the second quarter. Now, can they turn the screws defensively? Tessa Johnson has it this time. For Wiley off to the left, out front, Raven Johnson. Johnson holds and looks over the top pass into Cardoso. Pitch out left corner for Wiley. She comes up shooting, missing. Rebound, Chloe Kitts. Kitts spins in the lane. Goes back up, short. Foul called. Kitts shoots two. Iowa outscored here in the second quarter 16-10. And Sydney Falter has picked up her second foul. Now Feuerbach comes in and Falter departs. 37-36, Kitts' his free throw, good. Tie game at 37 and 3:52 remaining in the second quarter. Next Monday, for the first time on Snowman Multimedia, we will have live coverage of the WNBA draft, and I'm so excited to bring that to you. Loose ball foul against Cardoso, and we'll go down the other way as South Carolina is over the foul limit. Iowa has 3 fouls. And Hannah Stolke heads back to the free throw line. She's got 7 points in this second quarter. And Iowa again looks to regain the lead. First free throw, splash. 38-37 in favor of the Iowa Hawkeyes. They've led throughout. South Carolina has led once. The second attempt on the way is good. 39-37. And of course, Caitlin Clark is slated to be the number 1 overall pick. Johnson over the top into Cardoso, a lefty hook, missed it. Ball on the floor. Kitts comes up with it. Stolen by Iowa. Martin comes up with a steal. Here comes Martin on the push. Martin in the front court, finds Marshall in the left corner. Now hands to Caitlin Clark, who has it at the controls. Clark on the fly, stops right baseline, comes back out, looking for help. On the cut is Martin. Martin goes up, scores! And Iowa goes up by 4, 41-37. 9 points for Kate, my favorite Martin. 3:10 for the half. Johnson has it out front. Johnson directing traffic, orders Full Wiley out of the way. Now Full Wiley has it this time off to the right. Full Wiley underneath the Chloe Kitts. Kitts dump pass underneath the Cardoso, stolen by Feuerbach, but a foul called. Elizabeth Orta is with us. And I know where the usual crew is from. Donnie Mac, where are you listening? Where are you listening from? And also to Byron Reeder and Elizabeth Orta, there are new chatters. Let me know where you're listening from, and I'll shout you out properly. 41-37 in favor of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Tahina Pow back in. Kamila Cardoso departs for what seems like the first time in the game. Iowa is 10 of 11 from the free throw line. And the only miss was by Caitlin Clark. And it was a held ball situation, not a foul. Iowa shooting 46% from the field. Here comes Caitlin Clark on the move, finds Martin. On the right side is Stolke to the hole, lefty layup, short. Chloe Kitts the rebound. Outlet pass, Full Wiley. Backwards pass to Raven Johnson. Johnson across into the front court. Guarded by Gabby Marshall in a one-on-one situation. Kitts has it off to the right. Over the top pass into Fagan. Now back to Pow on the right wing. Back to Full. Clark with a bounce pass to Stolke. Here she comes. Double fake. Got stripped. No foul. A clean strip. And Fagan comes up with it. Ahead to Full Wiley. Full Wiley on the fly. All the way in. Kick out. Pow's 3. Splash. It's a 1-point game. 41-40. Tahina Pow, 6 points. Both field goals from distance. Iowa leads by 1 with 2 minutes left in the first half. Caitlin Clark for 3. Splash! That's her first field goal and first points of the second quarter. She's got 21, 4 of 6 from distance, and it's 44-40. Iowa leads by 4. Pow has it this time to Full Wiley. Over the top pass to Kitts right of the lane. Dump pass underneath to Fagan. Fagan had it chopped away, goes up and scores. 44-42. Sanaya Fagan with 6. Here comes Clark. Lost the ball. Raven Johnson a steal. 2-on-2 the other way. Ahead to Kitts. Kitts drives in, shoots it in. Tie game at 44. South Carolina will not go away. They've outscored Iowa 24-17 here in the second quarter. And now the Hawkeyes look to regain the lead as Martin has it out front. Over to the right side for Feuerbach. Now to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark standing dribble against Raven Johnson. Caitlin Clark on the attack right baseline. Gets underneath. Double fake. Shoots it up. Had it blocked. And a held ball. It'll belong to South Carolina. Oh, excuse me. The possession stays with Iowa. I beg your pardon. I'm sorry about that, folks. Inside of the final minute. Remember, the Hawkeyes led by 7 at the end of the first quarter. They're in a tie game right now, and they're in a dogfight. Caitlin Clark has 21, and South Carolina will spend a timeout. And it's probably a good timeout because Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes look a little gassed. I can't wait till next Monday when we cover the WNBA draft, and I want everyone to join us. All right, let's take a break. 129 for the half. Iowa 44, South Carolina 44. This is the 2024 NCAA Women's National Championship on Snowman Multimedia.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
$44 apiece, as we are just under a minute to go in the first half. And a lot of these players' careers are coming to an end in this ball game today, as South Carolina looks for their second championship in the last 3 years, and the Iowa Hawkeyes are looking for their first. We're tied at 44. As Iowa has possession after the held ball. Second straight trip to the national championship game for Iowa. They lost to LSU last year after beating undefeated South Carolina in the national semifinal game last year in Dallas. It'll be Caitlin Clark that'll pull the trigger, baseline right. She looks to come in, and a bounce pass in play to Stolke, back to Clark. 8 on the shot clock. Underneath to Stokey. 6 to shoot. Bounce pass underneath to Martin. She shoots it in. And the Hawkeyes regain the lead, 46-44. 11 points for Kate Martin. 45 seconds left in the half. 20 on the shot clock. Pow has it this time. Working on the move to the right. Now finds Full Wiley. Full Wiley works away right baseline. Now sneaks in. Drives in. Dump pass underneath. The shot is missed. Rebound, Chloe Kitts. Kitts looks. A pitch out to Full Wiley. Now Pow. A 3 from the right. Bang! 47-46. South Carolina leads by 1. And it looks like they're going to take the lead into the half. Remember, Iowa led this game by 11. And now a steal by Raven Johnson. Johnson picked the pocket of Caitlin Clark clean, raced to the basket, and a 3-point lead for South Carolina. 2-1, Clark to Martin. They don't get a shot, and South Carolina takes the lead into the half. And they lead by 3. They scored 29 in that second quarter and outscore Iowa 29-19. And they take a 3-point lead into the half by a score of 49-46. We'll come back with our halftime activities after this. You're listening to the 2024 Women's National Championship on Snowman Multimedia and WJKS. Yeah.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything. Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything. Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
All right, it's 49-46 South Carolina. Let's go through our halftime stats. Caitlin Clark leads all with 21 points. First, the shooting percentages for Iowa, 15 of 33 from the field, 6 of 10 for distance, 10 of 11 from the foul line. And they were led by Caitlin Clark, who had 21, Kate Martin with 11, 9 for Hannah Stolke. All of those came in the second quarter, and Sydney Falter with 5. But the most disturbing thing, no points off the bench. And that's the reason South Carolina has the lead. Speaking of South Carolina, they line up this way. South Carolina, 21 of 45 from the field, 5 of 11 from distance, 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 27 rebounds in that first half. And 12 of those came off the offensive boards. They were led in scoring by Kamila Cardoso, of course, who had 11. But look at this bench scoring. Tessa Johnson with 9, Sanaya Fagan with 6, Malaysia Fulweiler with 7, Tahina Pow was one of the starters, had 9, Chloe Kitts had 5, Bree Hall and Ashlyn Watkins were scoreless. Raven Johnson finished with a pair, and that's South Carolina's 49 points. Again, we got a whole second half left, but Iowa's got to get some punch off of their bench. And I'll say it again, like I said at the top of the broadcast, they are playing this game shorthanded as they are without Molly Davis, who helps initiate their offense. They're going to have to roll through Caitlin Clark for the remainder of the season, which now has 20 minutes remaining in it. And Iowa's so close to a national championship, but they trail by 3, 49-46. We will take an extended break, and we'll come back for the second half of today's ball game. At the half, again, your score, it is the South Carolina Gamecocks 49 and the Iowa Hawkeyes 46. It's the Women's National Championship in NCAA basketball as we get ready to start the third quarter. Joe Bonner checking in from Cincinnati. Wilson 2112 checking in from Sacramento, California. And Trust Truth says Iowa has to stop forcing inside. Set picks for Clark. They're going to win with threes. Yeah, you got to stick to your strength. Absolutely, Trust Truth. You got to stick to your strength because Caitlin Clark had 18 in that first quarter, but only had 3 in the second quarter. South Carolina's game is the inside. That's their advantage. And in the second quarter, they used it to grab a 49-46 lead. So thank you to everyone who has stopped in to check out our broadcast this evening. Let me tell us a little something here. Yeah, I got to raise that up a little bit because I know when I put the comments up, it's going to run into a little interference, but that's okay. That is okay. If y'all can support via Cash App, the tag you need is $ Tallman Dr. K 50. 18 rebounds for Iowa, 27 for South Carolina. 12 of those came in the offensive end. And this is the final 10 minutes of our season. We're going to do a lot more women's basketball. We're going to do a lot more women's basketball next year, and we're going to be more consistent in doing so. Which teams, and I want to put this in the chat, which teams should I follow next year in terms of doing a weekly women's basketball broadcast? Let me know in the chat. And I want to do some volleyball as well. Here we go. Bree Hall will pull the trigger at the timeline. She joins Raven Johnson, Kamila Cardoso, Tahina Pow, and Chloe Kitts as we start the third quarter. Raven Johnson will back in on a falter, works off the screen, 15-footer, short, rebound tapped high in the air, and it comes down to the Hawkeyes as Marshall brings it down. Ahead to Caitlin Clark. Clark has it in the front court. Raven Johnson gets it immediately, arms extended, flips it back out front to Kate Martin between the circles. Martin on the move to the left, back right side, Caitlin Clark free for the tie, short, rebound tipped high in the air. Chloe Kitts brings it down. Ahead to Raven Johnson. Johnson brings it across into the front court, working outside right. Out front it comes to Pow. Works off the Kitts screen. Kitts gets it back, drives in the lane and shoots it in off the glass. And this is the biggest lead of the night. It's at 5, 51-46 for South Carolina. 9:08 left in the third quarter. Here's Clark dancing on the dribble. Finds Martin. Out front to Marshall. Marshall to Stolke. 3-point stripe to the right. In the right corner is Martin. Martin, couple of bounces, comes in, shoots the 15-footer. Nope. Rebound on the floor. It comes down to Raven Johnson, and here they go. South Carolina looking to run away. They have outscored their opponents by 500 points in the second half. That leads Division I. Kitts with a 15-footer. Good right baseline. And now Iowa finds themselves down by 7 after leading by as many as 11. A falters 3 from the corner. In and out. Rebound taken down by Cardoso, I beg your pardon. And here they come again. One and done for the Hawkeyes. 8:25 left in the third. And this is the time South Carolina looks to pull away. Raven Johnson standing dribble between the circles on the right side. Chloe Kitts in the right corner. Cardoso has it right baseline. Comes back out to Pow. Works off the Kitts screen into the lane. 15-footer. Rimming good. And Iowa finds themselves down 9. South Carolina leads 55-46. And now they run ahead to Martin. And Marshall's 3. Wipe it out. And timeout called by the Hawkeyes as Lisa Bluter finds herself down to a great South Carolina team. And the South Carolina Gamecocks have outscored the Hawkeyes 6-0 early here in the third quarter. 8:11 for the third. South Carolina 55, Iowa 46 as the Gamecocks look to put the finishing touches on an undefeated season. We'll be back right after this.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
Since Iowa took a 27-20 lead at the end of one, South Carolina, including the 6 here in the third, have outscored the Hawkeyes 35-19 to turn a 7-point deficit into a 9-point lead. We got 36 in on the YouTube page. We got 42 now coming at us via Twitter. Let's see if we can get more people in here. Like and share the videos. Tell all the folks you know to subscribe and just have some. Let's just have some fun for the remainder of the game. South Carolina has been to the last 3 Final Fours. In 21, they lost to Stanford. 22, they won it all, and last year they lost to Iowa, and that was down in Dallas. And South Carolina looking for a little bit of revenge. They're up 9 right now here in the third quarter as they have taken over this ball game. 7:59 remaining in the third period. South Carolina 55, Iowa 46. And the Hawkeyes look to get it in. They have it in play to Martin. Martin accelerates, dump pass to Stuelke, kick back out. A 3 by Marshall. No. Cardoso the rebound. They had the shot, just couldn't go down. Johnson at the controls between the circles, out near the timeline. Now works her way to the right. Out front it comes to Pow Pow. Pow Pow swings it left to Bree Hall. Hall holds and looks. Now backs out 3-point stripe. Pow Pow has it. An over-the-top pass intended for Cardoso is out of bounds. So that turnover gives the Hawkeyes the ball back with 7:31 remaining in the third quarter. 55-46 in favor of South Carolina. They are on a run, 6-0 to start the third quarter as Martin has it this time. Caitlin Clark at the controls out front, works off the Stuelke screen. Clark on the acceleration, fakes, flips the shot up and in. Caitlin Clark with 23, and the lead is 7, 55-48. Out front is Raven Johnson. Over the top pass into Cardoso. She goes up, left it short, drew the foul. And Cardoso will shoot a pair. First foul on Iowa. I think the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to give myself a challenge and try a little college hockey. I'll decide in a minute. Cardoso working on 11 points, missed the free throw. Cardoso and the South Carolina Gamecocks, 2 for 6 from the line. The second attempt on the way is short. Rebound comes down to Martin, ahead to Caitlin Clark. Clark with a bounce pass to Stuelke. She fumbled it. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with Iowa. What a pass from Clark to Stuelke. Stuelke had the ball chopped away, but she was still able to force a turnover. Now Caitlin Clark will pull the trigger. What a pass as Stuelke couldn't get a hand on it. Caitlin Clark has it right of the circle, dancing on the dribble, backs up for 3. Nope. Rebound, Chloe Kitts. South Carolina right to left. In the white uniforms, top and bottom, with the maroon numbers trimmed in black. Raven Johnson at the controls between the circles. Johnson on the move to the right. Johnson goes over the top to Kitts at the free throw line. Kitts drives in, bangs into people, shoots it up. Offensive foul on Chloe Kitts, and that's her third. Third foul on Chloe Kitts, who has 5 points in the game. And she ran into a falter. Now a chance to make it a 5-point game or 4 with a long one. Here's Martin dancing on the dribble off the Stokey screen. Gets in on Cardoso. Now comes back out and bounce pass back to Clark. Clark flipped to the corner. Marshall's three. Splash! And that's a big one. That's a big three. And Iowa has climbed back to within 4, 55-51, and 6:05 left in the third. Bree Hall into the lane with a 15-footer. That's good. Lead back to 6, 57-51, as Iowa and South Carolina continue to battle for a national championship as Clark comes across into the front court. Clark on the move right of the lane, bumps in, goes up, no. Rebound Cardoso. Looking for a foul, not going to get it. Now Raven Johnson brings it up. Johnson across into the front court outside left. Raven Johnson standing dribble, guarded by Gabby Marshall. Now chased by Clark in a switch. Over to the left side for Bree Hall. Hall holds and looks out front. Johnson, right side, pow on the drive, right baseline, pitch out Johnson, a straight on three, in and out. Long rebound, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark on the acceleration. Front court to the right, picks up the dribble. Now finds Stokey, flying to the hole. She lays it in. Hannah Stokey with 13, and the lead is 11, I should say, and the lead is 57-53, as the Hawks try to climb back into the ball game. Cardoso has it at the free throw line. Her over the top pass intended for Kitts is on the floor, still on the floor, held ball, and it'll belong to Iowa. Caitlin Clark trying to reassert herself into the ball game, and we got a break. Ooh, Nelly, 57 for South Carolina, 53 for Iowa. Can Iowa do it a second time to South Carolina? Find out more when y'all get back.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
$84 watching, 39 on the YouTube side. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you can, help us out with the Cash App as this disabled broadcaster looks to get back into business and help his family at the same time. How many times can Clark be fouled without a call? That's a good question. Sparkle 487. I hope I read that right. Listening from South Africa. Wow. I love it. I love it. We are internationally syndicated, folks. 57-53 in favor of the South Carolina Gamecocks. They have led all the way in this since the second quarter. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Sorry about that, folks. I was wondering why I kept hearing extra microphones. This will be the 10th undefeated national champion should South Carolina do it. 5th program with 3 national titles. I incorrectly said the first. There have been many more that have done the thing. 38 is the magic number for South Carolina. 35 is the magic number for Iowa. But right now, they're looking for a field goal. Clark has scored or assisted on 33 of Iowa's 53 points. A falter to the right baseline. Trap out to Clark. Clark on the move, in from the right, drives in, spins on Johnson and shoots it in. 25 for Caitlin Clark, and Iowa's back within 2 at 57-55 and 4:38 remaining in the third quarter. Raven Johnson at the controls outside right. Raven Johnson back left between the circles. 4:28 left in the third. On the left side, Tessa Johnson. Johnson to the left baseline. Pitch out left corner. Bree Hall's 3. In and out. Rebound. Full Wiley. Back up. Scores. That's Ashlyn Watkins who scored. Now they run ahead to Stokey. She can't get the layup. And the rebound comes down to Sanaya Fagan. 4-point lead for South Carolina. 4:05 left in the third. Raven Johnson at the controls. Johnson on the move to the left. Works off the Tessa Johnson screen. Back to Tessa Johnson. A 3 from the left wing. Yes. And just like that, South Carolina goes up 7, 62-55, and 3:48 remaining in the third. Caitlin Clark at the controls, guarded by Raven Johnson. That's a good switch that they made defensively. Clark had the ball poked away. Stokey gets it back. Back to Clark. Into Stokey. Back to Marshall. 3 from the right. Not that time. Rebound on the floor. Taken down by Tessa Johnson, and South Carolina with the ball up 7 and 3:30 remaining in the third quarter. Raven Johnson at the controls outside left. 36 rebounds for South Carolina. They have murdered Iowa on the boards, and that's been their advantage. Watkins outside left. That pass stolen by Marshall. Marshall on the move, waits for traffic to clear, and now comes across the timeline into the front court for Kate Martin. Martin finds Caitlin Clark, a step back 3. Not that time. She has gone cold from distance. Tessa Johnson claims the rebound. Now ahead to Raven Johnson. Caitlin Clark is now 4 out of 9 from three-point land. 2:55 left in the third. South Carolina leads by 7. Raven Johnson at the controls outside right. Johnson, a standing dribble, finds Tessa Johnson between the rings. Back to Raven Johnson in the right corner. Johnson holds and looks. 7 to shoot. Tessa Johnson flips it left. Bree Hall's 3. Yes! And South Carolina goes up 10. 65-55. Now they run ahead to Stokey. Stokey comes back out. Bounce pass, a falter. Down the lane she comes. Had it blocked. Jump ball. And the held possession belongs to South Carolina. And it's all Carolina right now. A late closeout by Caitlin Clark allowed Bree Hall to step into her second 3 of the third quarter. Raven Johnson brings it up. South Carolina 65, Iowa 55. They've scored 8 in a row. After Iowa climbed to within 2. 2:18 left in the third quarter. Johnson directing traffic off to the right. Back left is Full Wiley. Top of the circle is Fagan. Fagan holds and looks, finds Tessa Johnson. Johnson with a wraparound dribble to the free throw line, comes back out, 3-point stripe, finds Raven Johnson on the drive in for the right 15-footer, rimming no. Rebound out of bounds. It'll belong, I believe, to Iowa. Whoa, that was close. So Iowa gets possession, down 10, 65-55. And down the stretch, the remainder of the year, if they lost by double digits. They're down 10 right now, 150 for the third. Marshall finds a falter out front. They're going to make someone else beat them, they being South Carolina. Martin's 3 is blocked. Martin able to get it back on the right baseline, goes all the way in and shoots it up wild, but a foul called on Watkins. Watkins now has 3 fouls. 1:42 left in the third. And to the free throw line, South Carolina 2 for 6. They're 2 for 7 from the line. Kamila Cardoso comes in. Hawkeyes 10 of 11 from the free throw line, but have not taken a free throw since halfway through the second period. Martin's free throw, got it. 65-56. Kate Martin with 12. They got to get something from Marshall. Marshall has 3 points. They came in this third quarter on a right corner three. The second attempt by Martin is good. It's an 8-point lead, 65-57. 100 seconds left in the third, and Raven Johnson brings it up. Johnson across into the front court, directing traffic. Off the screen, they dump it down to Cardoso. Her shot's blocked, cleared by a falter. Iowa with the ball, down 8 and 1:28 left in the third. Chance to make it a 6-point game. Here comes Kate Martin on the drive into the lane. Fadeaway shot is no good. Ball tipped high in the air. It comes down to Full Wiley. Back comes South Carolina on the push. They run ahead. A Johnson three. Yes! Tessa Johnson with 3 3-point field goals. And South Carolina has their biggest lead at 11. And Lisa Bluter wants time. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. And Tessa Johnson's hot shooting is one of the reasons, I should say, South Carolina is in front. The bench play of South Carolina has been absolutely fabulous. What a pass from Malaysia Wiley to find a wide open Johnson, and she banged home another three. This South Carolina team is bent on winning a championship. And Tessa Johnson is helping them get there because since she's come on in the second quarter, she has really guided this South Carolina ball club. She steadied them, number one, by hitting a couple of threes in the second quarter. But since then, it's been all South Carolina. They took control in the second quarter, and now they lead by 11, 68-57. Do the Hawkeyes have another run left in them, or will this depth of South Carolina be the undoing of the Hawkeyes? Hawkeyes have not scored from the field in the last 3:45. Under the last minute. Here in the third quarter, a falter turns on the dribble right down the lane, bounce pass to O'Grady, back to a falter. She shoots it in off the glass, and the lead is 9, 68-59, and 45 seconds left in the third. See if the Hawkeyes can get a defensive stop and capitalize on that. South Carolina led by 3 at the half. They've led by as many as 11. Here comes Fagan. Lost the ball. Able to get it back. Fagan in the post. Back outside. Tessa Johnson. 3-second violation. And now the Hawkeyes have it with 28.2 left in the third quarter. They've only turned the ball over 6 times, but they can't wrestle with South Carolina inside. They're going to have to do it from distance as Caitlin Clark has it against Raven Johnson. Caitlin Clark leans over the dribble outside left, or outside right, I beg your pardon. I'm sorry for flubbing some of these calls, ladies and gentlemen. I am so sorry for that. I will get better next year. Here's Caitlin Clark on the move. 7-6. Clark off the screen. A step back three. Short. Rebound taken down by whom? It stays with Iowa, but there's only 0.2 of a second left in the third quarter. Iowa has been beat up under the boards, and they've been out rebounded by 19 coming into this. Here's O'Grady's shot, no good, and it would not have counted. They waved it off. And we're done with 3, and South Carolina stands 10 minutes away from a national championship. At the end of 3, it is South Carolina 68 and Iowa 59. This is the 2024 Women's National Championship. You're hearing it live on Snowman Multimedia and WJKS.
Yeah.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything. sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code Snowman, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins.
South Carolina stands 10 minutes away from a national championship. As we get you ready for the fourth and final period of this season, and Iowa is facing a lot of problems because they are not deep. This is where South Carolina has taken control, and it's been their bench. Mentioned it at the top of the program. It has been the bench that has carried South Carolina, and then the starters come back in. Texas Longhorns, the first one at 34-0, then Tennessee, and of course Baylor. UConn has done it 6 times. And when I say they've done it 6 times, I'm talking about run through the season undefeated. I kept mentioning Baylor because they were the first team to win 40 and win a national championship. So I apologize for that piece of misinformation. That is my fault. Didn't take a look. It has happened 10 times. Underdog French management is with us this afternoon as the South Carolina Gamecocks stand 10 minutes away from claiming their second championship in 3 years. Silent Rage 1 says, I think Iowa's going to lose. It's looking that way. It is looking that way. Well, let's see what happens as we start the fourth quarter. I'm still sending this thing out to as many people as I can. Once again, next Monday, we will have live coverage of the WNBA draft beginning at 7 p.m. The bench of South Carolina, including Tessa Johnson, has been fabulous, as always. All right, Iowa with the ball to begin the fourth quarter as Caitlin Clark brings it across. They give it to Stuelke on the right baseline. Looking for help. Back outside, Kate Martin. Martin on the drive into the lane. Runs into a double team. Comes back out to Marshall. Out front, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has only scored 7 points since that incredible first quarter. Here's Clark with a bounce pass to Stuelke. She goes up. Nope, foul called. She'll shoot 2. So Stuelke with a chance to cut into this South Carolina lead. And remember, South Carolina will have possession should there be a held ball. Stuelke 3 for 3 from the line this afternoon, and that takes care of that. The jinx is real. She's now 3 for 4 with a chance to cut this lead to 8. Stuelke tries again, and it fell out. Rebound, Cardoso. 2 big misses by Hannah Stuelke at the free throw line. 9.5 to go. South Carolina up 9. Raven Johnson with a scissor dribble works her way to the left, guarded by Caitlin Clark. Out front, Tessa Johnson. Johnson loses a falter, comes up shooting and hitting. Tessa Johnson with 13. As soon as the falter went down, Johnson had a wide open lane and hits it from 15 feet. She has 17 points in the ball game, and South Carolina goes back up 11. They have kept the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands much better in the final 3 periods. Or 2 periods plus. Here's Clark with a 15-footer rimming good. That's her first bucket. And now it's down to 9, 70-61. Here comes Fulwiley on the attack and on Marshall and shoots it in. Malaysia Fulwiley with 9 off the bench, 72-61. Here's Clark stepping back on the dribble, and we get a foul before she can race to the basket, and that foul is charged to Raven Johnson. Joe Bonner with us, cheering on South Carolina. Caitlin Clark, 27 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Tessa Johnson off the bench, 17 points, 5 assists. Here's Caitlin Clark in play off to the right, met by Raven Johnson. That's the switch that has shut Caitlin Clark down. Here comes Stolke on the drive, right baseline, trap, bounce pass back out to Marshall, and we get a kicking violation. So that'll reset the clock to 20. In the second half, Iowa shooting only 33% from the field. Marshall whips it into Martin. Fadeaway shot right of the lane. No good. Chloe gets the rebound, and South Carolina is starting to salt this one away. Malaysia Fulwiley dancing on the dribble right down the lane. Underneath the kids. Goes up. Missed it. Rebound Cardoso. Back up. Good. Another offensive rebound for South Carolina, and they have their biggest lead at 13, 74-61, and 8:05 left in regulation. Back comes Martin. Her shot's blocked by Cardoso, but a foul called. Got to hand it to both of these teams. They have really played hard, but the difference in the ball game is a difference I highlighted at the top of the show, the inside presence of South Carolina. And Kate Martin heads to the free throw line. Hannah Stolke missed a couple to start the fourth quarter. Free throw here. No good. They're 0 for 3 from the line in the fourth quarter. The second attempt on the way is good. That cuts the lead down to 12, 74-62, and 8 minutes left. Raven Johnson in the front court. Iowa 13 of 17 from the free throw line. South Carolina 2 of 7. But when you have superior offensive rebounding, you shoot with no pressure on you. Cardoso to the hole, left it short. Kitts follows. Yes! Another offensive rebound captured by South Carolina. And they're up 14 with 7:40 left. It took them a while to get going, but they have been going. Here's a falter. Baseline jump on the way. Rimming no, but a foul called and a falter shoots two. With 7:33 remaining in the ball game. And South Carolina that much closer to claiming their second national championship in 4 years. Watkins is in, and Cardoso departs. Sydney Falter, the junior from Chicago, played at Marist, hits the free throw. 76-63, South Carolina. And they've led since halftime. The second attempt on the way is good. The Gamecocks led 49-46 at the half. They've stretched it to 7 at the end of the third quarter, and now they're up by a dozen with 7:24 left. Watkins over the top pass to Raven Johnson outside left. Johnson on the drive right of the lane. Comes up shooting. Rimming no. Rebound Caitlin Clark. Back come the Hawkeyes on the run. That pass is tipped away in a great play by Malaysia Fulwiley as Clark tried the long outlet pass. Fulwiley was thinking a step ahead as a falter was open, but Fulwiley playing center field, able to deflect the ball out of bounds. 76-64, they have it in play to a falter. Off the screen comes Clark. Staying with her is Bree Johnson. A step back three. Splash! And as I say that happens. Caitlin Clark with 30. 76-67. Back comes Fulwiley. Her shot's blocked. Cleared by Marshall. Martin brings it up. Finds Caitlin Clark. Another long three. Not that time. Rebound. Comes back to Marshall for 3. Splash! It's a 6-point game just like that. 6:39 left. The Hawkeyes aren't dead yet. They're on an 8-0 run. 6.5 to go. Tessa Johnson across into the front court. Johnson backs up on the dribble out near the timeline. Now to Bree Hall. Hall holds and looks. Out front, Chloe Kitts. Kitts holds and looks. Kitts back to Fulwiley. Jump pass Hall. Hall with a fake left baseline jumper. Rimming no. Long rebound Sydney Falter. Back come the Hawkeyes on the run. A Falter had it poked away and stolen by Fulwiley. Afalter tried to get going as fast as possible, but couldn't wait for her teammates. Didn't wait for her teammates. Ashley Watkins has it out front, right side Johnson. Johnson comes up all the way to left baseline, had a shot blocked by Caitlin Clark, but a foul call. Iowa down 6, 76-70. As we take a look at the replay, that was all ball. But they called the foul on Caitlin Clark. And worse, it's a shooting foul. Johnson's free throw, good, 77-70, South Carolina. 5:58 remaining. And Tessa Johnson with her career high, 18 points. The second attempt is good. It's a 9-point South Carolina lead as Cardoso comes back in for Kitts. Kitts has had a couple of key baskets in the ball game. 78-70. 8-point lead. Here's Clark off the screen. 15-footer. Short rebound taken down by Watkins. Not the best shot Iowa wanted at the time. 5:45 remaining and time slipping away from the Hawkeyes. Johnson outside right. They're going to let her go to work. Johnson right baseline underneath the Watkins. Watkins pitch back out. Bree Hall. Hall holds and looks on the left wing. Back to Johnson, 10 to shoot. They whip it to Cardoso underneath, surrounded. Out front, Johnson, a straight on three. Not that time. Cardoso, the offensive rebound. And a travel. So Cardoso turns the ball over. 5:22 remaining. It's still it's only an 8-point game. Remember, Iowa trailed by as many as 14. Here's Caitlin Clark. Back left to Martin. Martin on the drive. Bounce pass underneath. Intended for O'Grady. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawkeyes. They'll have 19 to shoot. And a good job by Marshall getting a hand in on that last tie-up. 78-70. South Carolina with the lead. Now underneath to Martin. She shoots it in. It's a 6-point game again. Good job by Martin diving down the lane. She's got 16. 78-72. Halfway home in the money period. They've got a 14-point lead. Down to 6 have the Hawkeyes. Raven Johnson at the controls. Guarded, swiped that by a falter. Johnson on the weave is Bree Hall. Hall. Back to Johnson. 8 to shoot. Raven Johnson at the controls. 18-footer from the left. Nope. Rebound. And what? We get a foul underneath. Victor Locke says Iowa has to make a run right now. They're going to get back in it. They're within 6, but you have to wonder if it's too little, too late. Iowa trails South Carolina 78-72. We'll be back with the finish of this fantastic championship game after this.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
We got a barn burner, 78-72 in favor of South Carolina. But the Iowa Hawkeyes are the ones now that won't go away. Next time we'll be with you will be Tuesday as the Houston Astros take on the Kansas City Royals. A pitch time is set for 7:20. That is subject to change because there may be one I sneak in on Monday. This year has been incredibly entertaining watching these young ladies play. I agree. I wish them all well in their future endeavors. Silent Rage says, yep, they put women's college basketball up top. They certainly have. And kudos to this entire tournament. South Carolina stands 439 away from their second championship in 4 years. The last undefeated champion was UConn in 2016. And UConn is the only school to run the table undefeated with a national championship several times. Matter of fact, they have done it 6 times. And Iowa took down UConn 71-69 on Friday. 439 for the ball game. South Carolina 78, Iowa 72. Baseline right, Raven Johnson looks to come in. Against the 5 count. They lob it in play to Cardoso. Back to Bree Hall on the left wing. 16 to shoot. Hall steps with a 15-footer. Got it. Big basket. Big basket. 80-72. South Carolina leads by 8 and 4:25 left. Here's Caitlin Clark on the drive right baseline. Clark gets underneath. Bounce pass back outside, and it's saved to a falter at the timeline. Here's a falter on the attack. 15-footer banked in, and the foul. 80-74 with a free throw to come. 4:13 left in this ball game. Are you not entertained by women's basketball, folks? If not, you need to be. This has been fantastic. Iowa started hot. Then South Carolina seized control. And here come the Hawkeyes again. A falter's free throw is good. Now, how big are those 4 missed free throws earlier in the 3 missed free throws earlier in the quarter? 2 by a falter, 2 by Hannah Sulky, and 1 by a falter. As it stands, it's a 5-point game with 4:05 left. Tahina Pow dancing on the dribble off to the right. Picks up the dribble and whips it underneath to Watkins. Jump pass back outside. Raven Johnson's 3 is no good. Long rebound, Caitlin Clark. A chance to make it a 3-point game. Here we go again. Caitlin Clark in the front court. Clark lost the dribble. Able to be regained by Kate Martin. Clark has it back. 3:40 left. Here's Caitlin Clark dancing on the dribble to the corner for Marshall. Marshall comes back outside on the dribble. Now finds Kate Martin. Martin with a fake. Now Martin on the attack. In on Cardoso. Fakes. Fadeaway jumper. Nope. We get a travel before she got her shot. (80-75). 3:25 left. 11 turnovers against South Carolina, 8 against Iowa. Hawkeyes looking for a defensive stop, and the South Carolina Gamecocks looking for a bucket. Raven Johnson has it in the left corner. Johnson comes out on the dribble with 10 to shoot. Johnson holds and looks. Now finds Pow. 6 to shoot. Pow on the drive. Left of the lane. 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot. Gets tied up in the lane, but a foul with 2.2 on the shot clock and 3:03 left in the ball game. And the foul was committed by a falter. That was a good call. And Pow heads to the free throw line. She missed the first one. 80-75. South Carolina 4 of 10 from the free throw line. Iowa 16 of 20, but 3 of those big misses came at the top of this fourth quarter. The second attempt on the way is good. It's a 6-point lead, 81-75. And you know both teams are going to go down swinging. Pow with a dozen points today. And here they come. Caitlin Clark left to right. In the front court off to the right, works off the O'Grady screen. Back left to Martin. Martin on the drive in from the left underneath to O'Grady. Her shot's blocked by Cardoso and cleared by Cardoso. Super play. Now Raven Johnson brings it up. A chance for South Carolina to extend the lead. 13 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks for Kamila Cardoso. 15 to shoot, 238 on the big one. Here comes Raven Johnson, slips her defender, 15-footer, rimming no, loose ball foul. No loose ball foul. Cardoso the rebound and scores. The lead is 8. 83-75. Clark with a deep 3. Not that time. Long rebound, Raven Johnson. Foolish 3 taken by Caitlin Clark. And now South Carolina has it up by 8 and 2:15 left. The crowd getting into it for South Carolina. 2:10 to go. 18 on the shot clock. A score here could put the game out of reach. And Raven Johnson was fouled by Caitlin Clark. And that's their final foul to give. Cardoso saw O'Grady going up with the shot, was able to swat it and secure the possession. Foul line extended right. They look to come in. Pow hands it in play to Tessa Johnson. She's been huge for them this afternoon. Pow gives it back to Raven Johnson. 1:55 left. Iowa needs a stop. Out front, Cardoso. Pow has it this time. A straight on 3. Not that time. Long rebound and a loose ball foul. No. Let me correct myself. A loose ball foul against Iowa. And now both teams are shooting free throws for the remainder of the game. And that's a good call. It was against Kate Martin, who backed Ashlyn Watkins. No, I take that back. I just saw a second replay, and it looked like Martin had the position. So it's Ashlyn Watkins that'll step to the free throw line. Both teams are in the bonus for the remainder of the game. 57 watching on YouTube, 44 watching via Twitter as Watkins prepares and misses. 83-75 South Carolina. No matter who wins, this has been a fabulous basketball game. The two best teams are in the championship game. Watkins tries again, and it drops. It's a 9-point lead, 3 possessions with 105 seconds left. Here comes Clark on the acceleration. Clark flying, throws the shot up. No good. Another foolish shot by Caitlin Clark. And Tessa Johnson picks up the rebound. Frank DeYarnukirk says, big salute. Thank you, Bishop, for that. 1:28 left, and South Carolina just may have sealed their championship. A foul called with 1:26 left. South Carolina showing why they're undefeated. Absolutely. 2 possessions, 2 foolish shots by Caitlin Clark to 3, and then a flip shot from nowhere. And now you have Raven Johnson on the free throw line to try to put South Carolina up double digits. She misses the first one. 84-75 with 1:26 left. If you like what you hear and like what you see and want to see more play-by-play, do me a favor and drop a cash app to $Tallman Dr. K50. I'll put the information in the chat here in just a moment. 85-75. Martin with an up fake. Martin drives in on Watkins, flips the shot up, no good. Cardoso, another rebound, and this one is history. South Carolina has it in the front court with a minute left, and Caitlin Clark gives the foul. Caitlin Clark has had a whale of a season, but South Carolina has proven today that it's a team that wins it all. And you can't, 87-75 with 67 seconds remaining, and Iowa's going to come up short in the national championship again. 7-0 run by South Carolina. Caitlin Clark gets in the lane, missed the shot. Cardoso the rebound, the outlet pass to Raven Johnson, and Johnson, ball on the floor. A falter comes up with a steal. Timeout called by the Hawkeyes. with 53.5 seconds remaining. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and always, if you can, please help yours truly, a disabled broadcaster, and his family out by hitting the Cash App or the Super Chat. Both ways really, really help. Want to thank everybody that has really has supported this venture of mine and back into women's basketball. I appreciate it. I had not called a women's basketball game, college basketball game, since I was at Lewisburg, who I'm representing here this afternoon. My friends at Lewisburg College in Lewisburg, North Carolina. South Carolina made the defensive stands when they needed to. Cardoso, 15 rebounds on the afternoon. Caitlin Clark, who had 18 in the first quarter, has only scored 12 since. 37 points off the bench for South Carolina and a goose egg for Iowa. That is why South Carolina is undefeated, and that's why they're going to win the national championship. A team always wins the national championship. Here's Stuelke, back to Clark, and she had it taken away by Raven Johnson for the second time this afternoon, and that's going to wrap it up. 45 seconds left in the ball game. South Carolina leads by 12, and they're just going to run the clock out. Silent Rage 1 says, thanks for your commentary. I appreciate it. If you can, please help support me and my family. The Cash App is in the chat. Raven Johnson standing at the controls. They're going to take a 30-second violation. Frank Newkirk says, big salute, fam. Thank you very much. The shot clock runs out, and South Carolina has gotten their revenge, and they're going to finish the season undefeated. For the 11th time in NCAA women's basketball history, and Molly Davis will come in. She's making her first appearance in the tournament, and all the starters will come out. Caitlin Clark gave it all she had. The Hawkeyes got out to a big lead early, but I'm just so excited to see what is next for most of these ladies. Is next Monday, we will have live coverage of the WNBA draft, and Caitlin Clark has departed for the remainder of the game. So has Stuelke, a falter. Molly Davis is on. Marshall goes out. Cardoso and company and Dawn Staley have won the national championship. They're second in 3 years. Congratulations to Dawn Staley and the South Carolina Gamecocks. As a falter has it this time, how is Lisa Bluter going to reload for next season? They won't even take a shot, and the South Carolina Gamecocks are your undefeated national champions. Congratulations. Pardon me while I can't stand because of my bad foot, but in the immortal words of Jack Buck, pardon me while I stand up and applaud, and Dawn Staley is in happy tears as the South Carolina Gamecocks finish the season 38-0, and they win the national championship. Your final, South Carolina 87 and Iowa 75. As they hold the trophy aloft, Dawn Staley and Lisa Bluter sharing pleasantries. Man, I'll tell you what, I had a ball. I had an absolute ball covering women's basketball this year. And as much as I love doing the other sports, this has become my niche. Women's sports has become my niche now because I am a big supporter of it. And there's going to be a lot more of this because I'm going to add volleyball. I'm going to add more women's basketball to this. But man, what a job by South Carolina since the turn of the second quarter. Since the second quarter, they were down 7 at the end of 1. Aaliyah Boston is in the background, and she's crying. The former Gamecock, and after being denied a national championship last year, this time they finished the job and they win it by a final of 87-75. We'll take a break and we'll come back and wrap it up after this.
sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Welcome back. As South Carolina has finished the season undefeated, they win the game by a final of 87-75. And man, I'll tell you what, I am so proud of both of these teams. I'm proud of women's basketball for the season that they have had amidst all of the times where they could have been forgotten about, and in many cases they were forgotten about. Old Snowman didn't forget about them, because these young ladies, especially Caitlin Clark, have put on a clinic. All right. These teams have put on an absolute clinic. I'm taking a look at Caitlin Clark, Kate Martin walking off the floor for the final time in her college career. There will be some tears shed. I can guarantee you that, from a fellow who has covered championship games before. I did it in Indianapolis for Marquette Catholic on 2 occasions, and now everybody from South Carolina will be presented the national championship trophy. Man, win or lose, this has been one of the best seasons that I've covered women's college basketball. Even though I've done most of the damage here in studio, I don't care. It's been fabulous. And the reception I got from you guys has been even more fabulous. And I thank you for that. I thank you. I thank you for that, because without you guys sharing this, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know where I would be. And I mean that. I mean every word of that, because you guys give me the strength to keep going. Not only do these fabulous student athletes that I've covered over the years and what I've done this year virtually, not only do they give me the strength to keep going, but of course, I got to send a big shout out to my family, my beautiful wife, Jody, my daughters, Sonia, Cheyenne, and Carmen, my son, Dakota. They've all been there for me and with me, and to say that I appreciate you guys would be a horrible understatement. One more break, and then we'll wrap up the season after this.
Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything. Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned. Snowman here, looking for the best way to experience live events? Well, SeatGeek has you covered. With just a few taps on your phone, you can find the best seats for concerts, sports, theater, and more. Don't miss out on unforgettable moments. Download the SeatGeek app today and get ready for an experience like no other. Each ticket is vetted for authenticity and ranked on a 1 to 10 scale. And right now, if you sign up and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get $20 off of your first purchase. That's only through the power of SeatGeek, where fans can fan. Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned. Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Man, I'm wiped out. I'm wiped out. I don't know how this can be topped. I don't know if it can. I don't know if it can be topped. But you know what? I'm ready to find out. I'm ready to see what is next for these young ladies. I'm ready to see what is next for Caitlin Clark, as she is the projected number 1 pick in the WNBA draft, which will come your way next week, next Monday, as a matter of fact. And we'll have live coverage of that as they originate from Brooklyn. We have baseball coming up. I'm going to add women's volleyball to my coverage next year. I don't know how I'm going to be able to top this. I don't know how the women are going to be able to top this. But South Carolina is your undefeated national champions. And I couldn't be more proud of a women's basketball season than I am of this one. Makes me excited for next year. Your final, South Carolina 87, Iowa 75. The WNBA draft is next Monday. We'll be back with you on Tuesday for the Houston Astros and the Kansas City Royals at 7:20 Eastern Time. Till then, take care. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. These young ladies have done so, and they're continuing to do so. And I hope you all do too. So long, everybody.